Hello, welcome to Tian Esports. My name is Athena and I am the leader of the Turtle Empire and the Turtle Nest. Today, for our first ever video, I'm going to be taking you through the first few days of our March Clan War League. So currently we're on our day 6 war, but let's go back and show off the first 2 wars for the first video. I obviously want to keep it real with you, always, and the first war was not our best. We only finished with 1 triple. We did have a 1-star as well, but we had an amazing 3-star from Sushant, so let's get into that here. So Sushant here is our resident blizz lalo pro. That's what I always call him. I always send everybody who's trying to learn his way. So he comes in with a hound blimp to the town hall to begin his blizz lalo. He lands actually right near the bomb tower there, but you know, he knows what he's doing. So he avoids that that bomb tower blast by the way that he landed the blimp and his invisibility placement. So they don't die to that explosion there. The wizards are making their way through, gets the mono down, gets a bunch of that high damage area down by the town hall there, and then he still has lots of spell support and all of his heroes left for the remainder of his attack. So he is doing a bit of a funnel with his baby drags. He has some of his minions doing some work there, and he goes in with his Sui down by the 6 o'clock multi-inferno compartment. So he's just going to make his way through there and chip over towards that Eagle artillery. We have the Titan coming up, but that's not going to do much damage to the heroes here. They're going to make quick work of that. So now we're going to come in from 3 o'clock with his Lalo. Hound's going to bust open. There we go. We have the ice golems coming out of the clan castle there, but the RC is going to make quick work of that as long as the scatter shot there doesn't kill her before she has a chance. Luckily she made it. That's good. Still have the ability. Lalo has made its way through the 3 o'clock. And honestly, there's not a lot left that's going to be high damage to this Lalo here, because we still have the Warden ability, we still have a haste, we still have a freeze. Warden ability has been popped, got a haste going through that multi to get that out of the way early. And then, you know what? The rest is pretty much smooth sailing. That single's not going to be a threat to the Lalo. Definitely none of those ground defenses. Still got some cleanup there, and that is going to be a clean triple from Sushant for War 1. And you know what? If there was only going to be 1 triple, I think that is a pretty good one, wouldn't you say? So, perfect. Let's close that on up, and let's go over to War 2. Okay, so here we are in War 2. This was a much better round. We finished with 35 stars, so we had 6 triples, did have another 1-star, but overall it was a very good round and it was a very nice win. So let's get into our first triple here, which is from Hyperion. This attack was an absolutely perfect Zap Titans. So what he does is he goes in with his Warden Walk first in order to save time. A lot of people will do their Zaps first, but you know, it can be a bit of a time cost, so he goes ahead and he starts with his Warden because he can. He also goes in to lure out some Skellies so that the Warden can deal with that quickly, because as if you've done Zap Titans and used anything with a flame flinger, as you will know, Skellies are the bane of its existence. So get rid of those early if you can by trying to lure it out on where you plan on dropping it. So flame flinger is dropped, and it is dropping some hot lava on those defenses there, and then it'll get working on the town hall. Warden is working alongside the Queen now. The Queen has just been dropped along with some Titans and the ice golem there. They're going to work on the Queen, and they're going to get this little corner out of the way here with the scatter shot. The King and some witches are going to clear that right side to keep the funnel going for the Titans. So uses the Warden ability there because we have a heavy damage zone, we have the monolith going, we have the poison tower, and we really just want to get those through that compartment. So as soon as the Warden ability is finished, he drops a perfect rage spell there so that the Titans and the healers can heal them all up and blast through that high damage area. So the King and the RC are working their way towards that side, keeping the Titans in the middle there, working their way through. The Queen still has ability, King still has ability, RC still has ability, so we're looking really good, and that Town Hall is about to go down from that flame flinger there. The Queen is going to get that multi, again, still has ability. RC is working its way, just about to come in contact with the enemy RC there, but we're still saving the ability. So it's looking really good, and just used it there, and now we're just pretty much going to sit back and watch and wait for our troops to make their way through the base. So this is pretty much as good as it can get. It was very clean. The hero abilities were more or less swagged. They weren't even really necessary. Yeah, overkill from Hype. He's definitely one of our top players here in Turtle Nest. He's been one of my co-leaders here for a long time. And yeah, great attack. Love to see it. Great way to start off Clan League. So next we have an attack from Tian and he is a member of our Tian Esports team as well, along with Sashant. So you're going to be seeing lots more from them in the coming videos too, but he's going to be coming in here with Super Arch Titans. So it's got a Super Archer Blimp. He went in with a Hound in order to utilize that Warden ability later on in the attack. So his positioning, he landed it right by the scatter shot there so that he can avoid the poison spell there, as well as get the Town Hall, the Monolith, that single Inferno, that invisibility tower. So there's a lot of value there, and it really chips into the base. So that's another really good thing with the Super Archer Blimp, is you can really set your funnel with that as long as you plan it out correctly and get enough value there. Ooh, is that mono going to go down? Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. And then we also pulled the CC, which is great because then our troops can deal with that early on. So he comes in down here and he drops all of his Titans and his heroes down there. He drops his King down at the bottom just to funnel to keep those in there. Because the troops are taking a little bit of time on that Ice Golem there and those other Titans are working their way, we are going to have a bit of a split, but you know what? It's going to be for the best because it really saves on time. It's not always ideal, but in this situation it is, even though they stole the healers. Nothing's worse, when you're in a Legends attack and you just see all of your troops walking away with a couple of the healers and now you have nothing for your main army. So but this situation, it works, which is great. We use the Warden ability down at that 6 o'clock corner there pretty early just because it is a high damage zone with all of those expos. We got lots of skellies, and we did have some of the troops walk with the healers, so they're not getting quite as much extra support there from that. So we want to make sure that everything stays alive and we're not left with a, oh no, what happened? So very smart plays by him. He dropped his RC up near the 12 o'clock to support those rogue Titans up there, and really just cleaned up that top corner. So that really was probably the best thing that could have happened here because it really saved a lot of time. Luckily the RC didn't die from that enemy queen there, got out of the range right in time, and those headhunters got her down. So yeah, this was a brilliant triple. It was a really good blimp, got lots of value, and it was a great Titan attack. Well done. So let's go on to our next one. Chu got really close there. You may have saw he got 96%. I wish I could had time to showcase them all, but let's get into Roy's attack here. So Roy used this free entry in the middle that this lovely gentleman left us, and it gave a really great spot to get a load of value there. So there's all three of the Inferno Towers. There's the Eagle, there's the Monolith, you have the scatter shots. He literally gave a free entry to just annihilate the whole core of that base. So, you got to take it when things are given, when life gives you lemons, right? So yeah, that core is gone. We're at 19% destruction. Oh my gosh, yeah, 19%. So now we're going to come in with some sneakies at the 12 o'clock tip here, and he's just going to make a funnel so that he can try and get that town hall there. Places a giant so the wall breaker opens, and we do hit a tornado, so we're just going to wait for that to clear so that nothing gets caught up in that. Okay, sending in the sneakies, but look what happens here. Oh no, so he mistimed his freeze spell, which was a little unfortunate, but never sweat because Roy is just too good and he can always find a solution. So with this attack, normally a lot of people would try and recover just, maybe an ice golem and try and just send the queen or the king, but that is way too high damage of an area. You have the poison tower, you have the heroes, you have those expos, so he just invests his warden and everything there so that he can, for one, save some of their health and just get that all down quickly, especially because all of that splash damage was taken down in the middle, so it's really just point defenses and nothing that he really has to worry about or really needs the warden for later down the road. So yeah, it's still gonna be an easy triple for our boy because yeah, it's good recovery. Yeah, so let's just work our way through here. Yeah, not a lot to comment on because it is just pretty much easy going through. The RC is going to pull the CC there, but nothing that we really have to worry about too much there. RC still has ability, same with the queen. We still got a baby dragon for cleanup, and as you can see, those pups and minions are really just making their way through the base, cleaning up everything. And yeah, let's get that sped up here because it's just going to be a easy triple. We're almost done. Yep, minions and Phoenix there overpowering, and yeah, we got it. Good triple with a swag queen. Love to see it. Okay, so now let's get into our next attack, which is from Tian Rishi, another member of our Tian Esports team. So he's going to be coming in here with a queen charge lalo. Rishi does such a great queen charge. Honestly, watching him work is, I don't know how he does it. Like, a queen charge is impressive on the best of days, but look at where he's going in from. He's going in from this high damage area with 2 poison towers, 2 expos, some infernos, there's heroes. There's a lot of damage here for that queen, but you know what? He drops that rage, he keeps her alive, working her way through. He uses Baby Dragon to kind of try and funnel her in there, but it does die a little bit early. He also utilizes a Flame Flinger to assist the Queen there with the charge. Unfortunately, he does lose the Queen ability there, but he's still doing a great job of keeping her alive. You will notice that he did drop a Hog there as well to trigger the poison away from the Queen, which was really smart. He also drops the King on the left with a Headhunter to pull the damage away from the Queen so that she has some less heat on her there. So he freezes up that single Inferno, drops an invisibility to keep her out of sight, as well as a rage to get her all healed up, and then drops another freeze on that single again. The Hound comes out of the CC, so we do drop the RC there as well to assist the King and the Queen with that damage in the core. The Queen is now working on the RC and is about to get down that scatter shot there. So the RC ability goes off, we clear some of that base, the Phoenix from the King is working on some of those pups there. The Queen is still working on that core, and that Flame Flinger is still alive, chipping away at that bottom. Now we have the Lalo coming up from the 12 o'clock side with the Warden. Uses the Warden ability early just to keep those balloons alive to work their way through the rest of the base. So Queen is still alive. As we know, keeping the Queen alive during a Queen Charge Lalo is super important, and he's doing a very good job of that despite that insane damage at that tip there. So again, as you can see, there's not a lot here to stop this. We have the 2 Yetis from the Flame Flinger at the bottom. We have the perfectly placed cleanup working on those defenses, and that is a triple. A very stressful triple that I would never be able to pull off myself. So you know what? Good job, Rishi. That was impressive. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. We have 2 more triples to get through. As you can see, there was a few other close ones, but our next triple is from Forrest, and this is one of my favorites because he's using a strategy from TK Games, which is the Super Archer Blimp and Super Barbarians. It shouldn't work, but it does, and it is so OP, and so many people in our family are loving this strategy. If you haven't given it a shot, I highly recommend you do so because it is a lot of fun. It is overpowered, and yeah, it's on the right base. It's really strong. So you'll see going in with the classic Blimp, so just going in by the town hall there, getting in some of that damage, didn't invest a warden or anything like that, so we still have that for later in the attack. Getting quite a bit of value. We're getting, it looks like about 24% value from that down there, and then we're going to start in with the heroes. So for Super Barbarians, the nice thing with this is most of the heroes do all of the work, and the Barbarians are just for setting that funnel and keeping distractions. So the heroes staying alive and working their way through the base is probably the most important part of this attack, and then just watching the base and seeing where those barbarians are needed for distraction. So we're going to drop those 2 headhunters to clear off this queen there, and then we're also going to pop the warden ability with those headhunters inside, so they're also going to finish off that queen and come on over to that king and get that down early. We drop the RC from the 3 o'clock corner with some more super barbarians to continue setting that funnel and assist with the main squad of heroes. So the queen is getting down that eagle artillery there, and the mono has locked on, so we're going to pop that ability early just to save a lot of that health and not have to worry about getting that back. But as you can see, there's not a lot of the base left. We still have 7 of those super barbarians, and yeah, we're just making our way through. We still have our RC ability as well, which will probably clear off most of these defenses that are left when it eventually gets popped. So scatter went down without the ability. There we go, and now we're going to work on that multi-inferno in the core, and from there it's again going to be smooth sailing. So you can see just how strong these super barbarians are. Once the heroes get down to that corner, it drops the rest of the super barbarians to distract that wizard and the mortar, and then there's literally nothing stopping that RC from just finishing off the base. So again, if you haven't used that strategy, there's a lot of great guides on YouTube from TK Games. Ton of our family has been watching those and learning from him. They're really great guides, and yeah, great attack, lots of fun. So now we're into our final attack from Choco. This one is a Super Archer Blimp Titans. So similar to the attack that we saw earlier, except this one is on a box base. But you will see with this base, it is quite open. There's not a lot of closed walls, and that is really good for Super Archer Titans. And the way that she came in there, we're getting a lot of value in that core. We're going to get the town hall, we're going to get that mono, we're going to get pretty much everything in there. So with that landing spot, coming in from those sides, making sure you're landing in a spot where you're going to get all that value in the core is so important, and that was just such an amazing blimp. So how much percent are we going to get here? Are we going to get 30? I feel like we're going to get close to 30. We're at 27 now, and the warden almost got that titan. It looks like it's just about 1 hit away from being finished off there. So we're going to use a baby dragon at that top area there just to set a bit of a funnel, and then we're going to drop the E-titans there, and yeah, that titan just poof, 1 hit left on that, and those skellies are just going to evaporate. Beautiful. Now this is another attack where it looks like the titans are going to split, but as you can see from that 12 o'clock corner and down counterclockwise, there's really not a lot going on. So again, it's going to be a good split because it's going to save a lot of time, and that is one thing that can be a huge problem with Super Archer Blimp Titans is time. The amount of time fills I have had in Legends and War, oh my god, it drives me crazy. So yeah, anything that can help time is good, but the split is not always beneficial, but in this situation, of course, it is. So the RC gets dropped there. There are some headhunters being dropped to help assist the RC so the king doesn't kill her there. So we are going to save that ability and save the RC, and she's going to start working towards that eagle, and the ability gets that out rather quickly. The queen and the 2 titans from the other side are doing exactly what they need to. They're cleaning their way, and they're going to join up with the rest of the army that they separated from. So let's speed that up there and let's finish that off. That was a beautiful, clean triple from Choco, and exactly how it's done. So good job. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and stay tuned for rounds 3 through 7 to see if we get that Champ Ones promo. Bye for now.